Now, Nigeria apparently now has a CBDC that has gone live. It's called the eNaira, and it is designed to complement Nigeria's physical currency, not replace it. We'll see how long that lasts. It was announced last week, but it actually went live today after an announcement from the president. And it's interesting that it comes at the end of Nigeria actually banning crypto transactions within the banking sector in February. Then 4 months later, they announced the eNaira. It seems that that is the order that these governments go in. We're going to ban it. We're going to release our CBDC. Then we're going to control the money supply. So an interesting development there. I'm going to throw to Will for your thoughts on all of this.
I got lots of thoughts for you this morning, so let's dig into it. Nigeria has been all over the Bitcoin scene, and Bitcoin specifically. Jack Dorsey, Twitter CEO, has made a lot of comments over the years about his interest in developing Bitcoin and that ecosystem. We've also seen, what's his name? The NFL player, Zach is going to know this off the top of his head, he's from Nigeria. And he came to the United States, played Russell Okung. Wow, sorry. Monday Morning Blues slipped a little bit. Russell Okung is from Nigeria, and his personal story of getting involved with Bitcoin is all based on inflation, the loss of purchasing power of his money. Came over to the United States, became a pro football player, and now is a huge Bitcoiner because of his origin story in Nigeria, dealing with the loss of purchasing power from his money. And so that's why we have like a huge growing ecosystem in Nigeria for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And the government there is scared of crypto as well. We saw, I think 6 months to 12 months ago, in Parliament's floor in Nigeria, one of the lawmakers was talking about how Bitcoin was eating up Nigeria's own money. It was destroying it because Bitcoin was a stronger currency. And they're looking at ways to stop that from happening. I think this is the output of it. We're seeing that they're looking at some sort of tech solution to fight a tech solution. And Bitcoin, of course, is going to keep eating it up. But we're seeing this live action kind of play out in front of us where countries are trying to fight back with CBDCs. And Nigeria seems to be one of the first battlegrounds. A lot of other countries are still testing out CBDCs. They don't know if they're going to push them out. Saw China did it earlier this year, and they banned almost everything to do with crypto to lay the pavement out for their CBDC. Seems Nigeria did the same thing. Might be happening in other countries as they develop their CBDCs too. Zach, I'll throw this one over to you, though.
Yeah, interesting to see this in Nigeria, of all places, right, where there's a dedicated crypto and Bitcoin audience. I think you're right. Well, I think that the idea here is that central banks want to be able to co-opt some of this momentum that is emerging around digital assets, and for this to roll out in Nigeria makes a ton of sense. There's a ton of other central banks working on this right now in various forms of the CBDC experiment. That Nigeria got this one out the door fairly quickly is interesting to see, and does speak to this. This digital payments momentum in a place like Nigeria for sure. I'll toss this to Naomi though. I'm just kind of curious, Naomi, we're starting to see these early experiments get trotted out. Like what are the big things that you're watching for when it comes to CBDCs right now?
Goodness. Well, I'm watching for what kind of programmability is going into these things, because when you have a centralized monopoly over a central bank digital currency, and then they ban competition like they have in Nigeria, and they've banned crypto payments that are not this CBDC, the government can do all kinds of things to control the choices of its citizens. So they can choose to, make funds get deleted if someone just has them sitting in their bank account for too long. They can, obviously they can inflate the money supply at will, but they've been doing that for forever. But there's this whole other tier of programmability that gets added once you have this in digital form. And it's pretty scary. It just gives a lot more control to the government to freeze funds, to decide who can spend what funds. I know that even the Central Bank of England was talking last month about what sort of programmability they might start to explore when they're saying, okay, well, for all payments from the government, we can make sure that people are spending their money only on approved purchases, only on things that we think are sensible. And that sort of thing just gives me chills when you have a government and their departments deciding what is a sensible transaction, what is and isn't allowed. So this really just adds a whole nother layer of control. And so it makes a lot of sense that Nigeria is exploring this, and it started out with a crypto ban. But Danny, I'm going to throw to you for your take.
Absolutely. And I think the biggest question that I have about this is, so it launched today, Well, it was actually supposed to launch at the start of the month. And right before launch day, they said, oh, wait, we're going to hold it up. It's Independence Day in Nigeria, and we don't want to interfere with the festivities. Well, they're central bankers. They know when Independence Day is. So I kind of find it hard to believe that at the last minute they canceled the initial rollout, said they were going to release it 3 days later, and then waited 3 weeks if it was really just for Independence Day. They're always late, but they were. I think they were probably covering for something. So I want to know how well the tech. I mean, of my conspiracy theories, my pet conspiracy theories, this one's probably one of the more substantiated.
Actually, the Ethereum team.
So I'm just waiting. I mean, I guess I'm not waiting to see anything. I'm not going to be using this thing, but I'm interested to see if the tech actually works as intended.